I want to take the time to say thank you to my patrons. Your help has actually not only done so much for my channel, but has actually helped me personally to make it through this tough year. And I want to thank all of my subscribers, and well, thank you, and let's get to the show. Okay, so I know a lot of you people know who Candace Owens is. I know a lot of you know and despise who Candace Owens is. But did you know she wasn't the first person that effectively shit on black folks and tell them they need to be better and all the other good shit and there's no racism? She wasn't the first mass media person to do this shit. So let's go to this video.
Slavery.
Nope. Let's go.
Slavery.
So I don't know if any of you guys actually heard of a guy named Thomas Sowell. So Thomas Sowell he was a student of Milton Friedman. And oh boy, I think he's still alive. I think Thomas Sowell is still alive. But yeah, let's hear his talk and take on slavery. Oh God. Let's go.
Nowhere have intellectuals seen racial issues as issues about intertemporal abstractions more so than in discussions of slavery. Moreover, few facts of history have been so distorted by highly selective filtering as has the history of slavery.
Wait. First of all, right, so I know I actually have a big vocabulary, and well, let me just say it. I know I have a large, extensive vocabulary when it comes to different things that I can actually explain to people and the intricacies of a conversation that I can have with someone about different topics, different ideas, different concepts. However, using an expanded lexicon of descriptive means to engage in a conversation, if I'm using it to beat people over the motherfucking head with it, it's useless. Because communication is, for all intents and purposes, to share an idea. If I'll just vomit word salad at you and just to say, hey, I'm saying all this, haha, listen to me, it is fucking unbelievable. It's demeaning to think that, oh, because I use big words, I sound smart. There are certain intellectuals that I speak with, that I speak about, that doesn't have to use terms, doesn't have to use expansive vocabularies, doesn't have to use just, oh God, multi-syllabic words in order to communicate an idea. You don't have to do that. But when you're just vomiting word salad to sound like you fucking smart, like look at Dr. Cornel West. Yes, he goes off on he waxes lyrically about different concepts, but he never is far from breaking it down into the everyday vernacular of just the everyday person. In other words, he can speak about big concepts, multi-syllabic words or big words, but he's never far from using it to speak in common tongue and common language and common parlance. But motherfuckers like this to think that they're great because, oh, I can come up with word salad. Dude, fuck you. This is the argument that I have with a lot of people that says, oh, you need to read leftist theory in order to speak about the true concepts or the true ideas of Marxists or Leninists. Like, no! People's lived experiences, people's common vernacular is enough to communicate your idea. If you can't do that, then what's the point? But let's continue.
To many people today, slavery means white people holding black people in bondage. The vast millions of people around the world who were neither white nor black, but who were either slaves or enslavers for centuries, fade out of this vision of slavery.
Oh my God! Okay. So, all right. So, what this motherfucker is really trying to say, what Thomas Sowell is trying to say, and I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit highbrow. What he's trying to say is, when you talk about slavery, don't just talk about the antebellum South. Don't just talk about how white people were enslaving black people in America, because it wasn't just that. And as you guys know, say it with me. Type yay in the chat, because this is a big whataboutism. Yay! This is a big ass whataboutism. This is a big ass whataboutism used to fucking excuse away the fact that the slavery that in the most recent terms that have affected African Americans in this country were done at the hands of European descendants. And you know what the fucked up part about it is? It wasn't just black people that were under the yoke of slavery or segregation. The natives in this land, and oh yeah, well, I guess they would still be natives, but the Hispanics in this land actually were oppressed. The natives and African Americans, which the natives, if they weren't, I hate to use the term, bred out into more of a mixture of European descent and natives, and also, yeah, the natives that were isolated in North America, they were pushed out to these far expansive, dry desert motherfucking areas or wilderness ass areas that we call reservations. But let's continue.
As if they had never existed, even though they may well have outnumbered both blacks and whites. It has been estimated that there were more slaves in India than in the entire Western Hemisphere. China, during the era of slavery, has been described as one of the largest and most comprehensive markets for the exchange of human beings in the world.
Oh my God! Oh wow! Like, he's still doing the whataboutism. He's still doing the whataboutism. If you dude, if he wants to actually say that, yo, like, we shouldn't just teach that antebellum South slavery, chattel slavery, was bad in the U.S., we should actually spread this across the globe and say it's bad everywhere. I would agree with you. The fact that we as human beings don't treat other human beings as if they should have the same rights, or everyone should have the same rights, cool, I would agree with you. But this is a big whataboutism. This is a big everybody's doing bad, so why are you bringing it up? That's what this shit is. But let's continue.
Slaves were a majority of the population in some of the cities in Southeast Asia. At some period or other in history, as John Stuart Mill pointed out, almost every people now civilized have consisted, in majority, of slaves. When Abraham Lincoln said, "If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong," he was expressing an idea peculiar to Western civilization at that time, and by no means universally accepted throughout Western civilization. What seems almost incomprehensible today is that there was no serious challenge to the moral legitimacy of slavery prior to the 18th century. Christian monasteries in Europe and Buddhist monasteries in Asia both had slaves.
Wait, but like this video is what? How long is this video? 8 minutes long. And he's still talking about how fuck, like, what is it about these motherfuckers that consist of just whataboutism? God damn it. Like, for real. Damn it. This is just whataboutism, the excuse. Yes, we know that different religions had slavery. We know that, like, and I bet you in this video, somewhere in this video, he's going to bring up, well, the Africans sold other Africans into slavery. Wow, no shit, motherfucker. That's like when we found out that the people in Afghanistan fucking captured other people in Afghanistan that they found as enemies to the U.S. to put them in Guantanamo. It's almost as if people are doing shitty things to other people. That doesn't excuse the fact that the African Americans started off 300 years behind everybody else in this country. But let's go.
Even Thomas More's fictional ideal society, Utopia, had slaves. Although intellectuals today may condemn slavery as a historic evil of our society, what was peculiar about Western society was not that it had slaves, like other societies around the world, but that it was the first civilization to turn against slavery, and that it spent more than a century destroying slavery, not only within Western civilization itself, but also in other countries around the world.
Wait! Fuck! Okay, so I know I'm not gonna. I'm going to motherfucking invoke the 1619 Project. We know what the fuck is going on. We know. Not only is he gonna say everybody else did the shit, but we're the West. We were the ones who ended it. Motherfucker, one of the reasons why slavery fucking ended, and let's be honest, it never did. Because one, the feudalistic system broke down. Feudalism started to break down right around when slavery started to rise, and then what happened is industrialization. That was one of the main reasons why the system of slavery actually broke down. Because industrialization, you can actually enforce more motherfucking capitalism where you don't have to have bondage slavery. You have wage slavery. Fuck. Yeah, Kevin, you're fucking right. We were the first ones to end it and introduce wage slavery. You know what's fucking funny? Is as soon as that motherfucking antebellum slavery ended, you go to places in the fucking north. You go to other factories, places where it literally was people working 12 hours a day in an economic, financial slavery. This is one of the reasons why Karl Marx actually wrote to Lincoln about making sure that they fucking freed the slaves to give workers more power. And what ended up happening is the same motherfuckers who were slave owners ended up using capitalism to enslave black people, and not just black people, but motherfucking people in the north that weren't just black or other people across the globe. We were the first one to fucking end slavery. Tell that to motherfucking the slave shops that are happening in China right now because of capitalism. The fuck out of here, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a little bit more intellectual with this, but goddamn, fuck. Whew. Okay. Let's go.
Over the often bitter and sometimes armed resistance of people in other societies. Only the overwhelming military power of Western nations during the age of imperialism made this possible. Slavery did not quietly die out of its own accord.
Wait! Did he just say, wait, what the fuck? Did he just say only imperialism ended slavery? Wow. The fuck? Wow. Wow. This man just said only imperialism ended slavery. Wow. Wow. Shit. Shit. Wow. Wow. Dude, India has something to say about that. India has something to say about that. Fuck. This man just said that imperialism ended slavery. Wow. Wow. Okay. Shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. I did not expect this to break my brain so early, but let's go.
It went down fighting to the bitter end in countries around the world, and it has still not totally died out to this day in parts of the Middle East and Africa. It is the image of racial slavery, white people enslaving black people, that has been indelibly burned into the consciousness of both black and white Americans today by the intelligentsia.
Wait, no! Fuck! Yes! In the US, we know that. Yes! Okay, but fuck! The US is not the only country that has to deal with slavery. God damn! You go to the Middle East, you go to India, you still see the marks of slavery. You know who were doing that to the people in India? White people. Fuck. Oh my God. And this is not just the okay, we hate whitey. No. Like, dude, the West that is characterized by people of European descent has been shown to be the bad guys about shit. Now, is it every person of European descent? No, I'm not saying that. But that's the characterization that motherfuckers live with. Just like, for some reason, there's a characterization that if you have darker than a paper bag skin, that your characterization is some sort of criminal or always wrong, or you did something. Fuck! If you don't like that characterization, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's end those fucking stereotypes right now. We can do it by fucking saying that racism is a thing that we need to resolve. But you're not going to do that. You're going to sit back and complain that, oh, why does it have to be white people enslaving black people as the image? Fuck! There are people who says that the Civil War wasn't about slavery. So when we have to fucking still fight that shit, dude, wow. Wow. Fuck. Ask the indigenous people in fucking Canada that's going through this, that's literally going through a genocide. Wow. Ask the Uyghur Muslims in fucking China that's going through a fucking genocide. We know that this shit has happened across the world, but a dominant force before America took over were the Western European countries who literally were imperialists across the fucking globe. What is it? The sun never set on the English Empire? And America said, fuck it. Hold my beer. God damn. I knew this guy was the proto Candace Owens, but god damn. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
And not simply as a fact about the past, but as a causal factor used to explain much of the present, and an enduring moral condemnation of the enslaving race.
Alright, so here's the thing. This performative woke shit of like, this performative, I'm sorry, bullshit. No, that pisses me off. That does. No, that whole thing of just like, well, I just need to apologize to like this. No, but really, how many people want to do that? How many African Americans want the performative? Like, I'm so sorry. Not many of us, and the ones that want that, they have a problem, and they're just as much a supremacist as somebody that has a hood. Nobody wants that. What we want, literally, is not to be killed in the middle of the street because somebody passed off a fake $20 bill. What we want is not to just unquestionably be shot down in a fucking street. Oh my God. And yeah, and that's the thing. And Flip is right. Yes, the British actually ended slavery. The imperialism didn't end all of a sudden. But yes, they ended slavery, and that was one of the impetus of the Revolutionary War, as much as conservatives now don't want to actually admit it. Like, especially after the British actually said, hey, you know what? If you are a slave and you're going to fight for us, we'll give you freedom. In both the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812, that was one of the selling points of the British to the African descents of slavery. The Africans and the slave that was already here. So yeah. Wow, we have other points in chat. Of course, the prison industrial complex. Slavery is all but illegal, except for when you're in prison. And guess what? A lot of southern states did. Guess what they did? Guess how many laws they did? Guess about the 3 strikes law. The fuck. God damn. All right. Let's go. I'm sorry, guys.
Yet 2 crucial facts have been filtered out of this picture. 1, the institution of slavery was not based on race, and 2, whites as well as blacks were enslaved.
Ah! God damn it. I'm sorry, headphone guys. I'm sorry, headphone user. I'm sorry. When you were told as a black person that you were 3/5 of a person, when you were told, there was a Supreme Court ruling where a black person was told that they weren't citizens, however, being born in America. Wait, what? Oh, God. And yes, there were indentured servants that were free after a certain amount of time if they were white. But no, black folks were allowed to be slaves for life. Like, let's not forget how George Washington, when he lived in New York, where if you came to New York as a slave, where you had to be free after 6 months, and literally and performatively, when that 6-month time clock would actually come, he would take his slaves to Mount Vernon and bring them back and reset the clock. Like, fuck! Like, we have history books. We know this shit is happening. What happened in the world? Yeah, I've actually watched some of Cat Black's channel, and it's fucking interesting. It is definitely fucking interesting. Let's go.
The very word slave is derived from the name of a European people, Slavs, who were enslaved for centuries before the first African was brought in bondage to the Western Hemisphere.
Oh my God! Oh my God! He unironically did the shit. He unironically did the shit. It's like white people were slaves too. After unironically did what white people ended slavery too. Like, really? Fuck. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna fucking cut you. And because I dressed the wound, oh no, it's healed now. I slit off your motherfucking hand because I wrapped the bandage around it. Oh, we're even now. Don't worry about it. That was in the past. You cut off my hand. But I wrapped it up. And look, my hand is cut a little bit right here. You cut off my hand. Why are you still talking about that? That shit was in the past. Like, this is his whole shit. Like, this is his whole video. Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
It was not only in English that the word for slave derived from the word for Slav. The same was true in various other European languages and in Arabic. For most of the history of slavery, which covers most of the history of the human race, most slaves were not racially different from those who enslaved them. Not only did Europeans enslave Europeans, Asians enslaved other Asians, Africans enslaved other Africans, Polynesians enslaved other Polynesians, and the indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere enslaved other indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere. Moreover, after it became both technologically and economically feasible to transport masses of slaves from one continent to another, that is, to have a whole population.
He really is just doing whataboutism. He's really doing a whataboutism. Wow. Okay.
Population of slaves of a different race, Europeans as well as Africans were enslaved and transported from their native lands to bondage on another continent. Pirates alone transported 1 million Europeans as slaves to the Barbary coast of North Africa, at least twice as many European slaves as there were African slaves transported to the United States and to the 13 colonies from which it was formed. Moreover,
Wait. Stop. Wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, maybe I'm being pedantic with my language, but he was like, to the 13 colonies which was formed, as if he's saying that before the colonies were actually formed, before the states were actually formed, twice as many European slaves were actually moved to America than fucking than African slaves. But here's the fucking thing. They were freed after a certain time, and they were indentured servants who were freed. I can't like stress this enough. Like, you might actually okay. If he America wasn't the largest land of African slaves. It didn't get the most African slaves. You know what did? South America. If he brings this shit unironically to still say that, oh, what about this? I'm gonna put my fucking fist to my monitor. I am. I'm like, cause like, no, I just can't. I just can't. Like, dude, you darker than a paper bag. Your ancestors were actually affected by this. But let's continue.
white slaves were still being bought and sold in the Islamic world decades after blacks had been freed in the United States. What marked the modern era of slavery in the West was the fact that, as distinguished historian Daniel Boorstin pointed out, now, for the first time in Western history, the status of slave coincided with the difference of race. But to claim that race or racism was the basis of slavery is to cite as a cause something that happened thousands of years after its supposed effect.
No one is talking about the history of slavery in the global, over the course of the globe. When people mention slavery specifically in the U.S., we're talking about antebellum slavery in the fucking South. No one is saying that, the people of America was responsible for the slavery of the fucking, that the Chileans did over the course of centuries in the Middle East, or that Syrians did in the course of the centuries in the Middle East, or the Greeks did in the course of the centuries of the Mediterranean. No one is saying that. And again, this is just whataboutism. But let's go.
As for the legacy of slavery in the world of today, that is something well worth investigating, as distinguished from simply making sweeping assumptions. Too many assumptions that have been made about the effects of slavery on both blacks and whites will not stand up under scrutiny. Back during the era of slavery in the United States, such prominent writers as the French visitor and observer Alexis de Tocqueville, Northern traveler in the antebellum South Frederick Law Olmsted, and prominent Southern writer Hinton Helper all pointed to striking differences between the North and the South, and attributed the deficiencies of the Southern region to the effects of slavery on the white population of the South.
Oh my God. Oh. 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 I can't anymore. I can't. Okay. I can't. Okay. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh shit. I can't. I can't. Fuck. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Oh God. Did he just say? Did he just say slavery hurt white people more than the black slaves? Wow. Wow. I can't with this motherfucker. I can't. Wow. Okay. Wow. Shit. Goddamn. I can't. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. He was literally going to say that slavery hurt. He said it. And he's going to explain how slavery hurt black people more than it did white. Wow. Wow. Shit. Wow. That just, wow. Wow. And okay. If you want to say that, fuck. I mentioned it before. When there is slavery, people that will work for free, capitalists don't have to worry about paying their other workers a living wage. So it would actually hurt. It would actually hurt people who weren't slaves but had to compete with free labor. And yeah, that shit sucks. But like, wow. I think the people that got beat, brutalized, victimized in so many different ways, and their families split up, were just killed for sport. I think they may have had a little bit more suffering in, those oppression Olympics than somebody that just lived in poverty. It'd be like that. Fuck. What did that Georgia police chief say? Oh, they got food, they got clothes, they got house. All they do is shut up and work. Yeah. Wow. Fuck. I don't know, guys. I don't know how. Oh God, how? Okay. So I'm going to we're gonna end this segment right here. I don't know how Thomas Sowell is seen as this great philosopher. My suspicions, and my secondhand accounts of him just being Candace Owens. I wouldn't even say 1.0, but 0.79, the prototype for Candace Owens. Yeah. I guess this is yeah. Wow. If you like the stream, if you like the show, I go live usually Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And wow, dude, fuck this guy. Oh shit. I'm just.
Hey guys, this is me, Crimson60620, and if you ever want to actually get some great art and help support my channel, help support me, check out my merch page at streamlabs.com/Crimson60620 / Here you can actually find great pieces of art put on t-shirts, and it'll be updated frequently with a lot of my other art. So thank you for support, and please enjoy the video. Thanks.